hiring Chuck, and then last time I saw some other people was at Huber Farms, and I just really want to go over where our team is at and give you some updates on guys individually. Now that we've had everybody here for a while, with the exception of Nick Zeisloff, can talk about him more, and then as we get closer to going to Montreal, we'll try to do a few other things and keep making sure that we get some players available and get you with Janae Jackson, people like that. So I really want to go over the team first, and then we'll start to open it up to questions. Is that okay? Do it that way? All right. We're right in the middle of the workouts, and it's been excellent. And as much as recruiting is a priority, the most important thing that we are working on a daily basis is making this team better. And I think your recruiting gets a lot better when they see the players getting better. And there is no question that that's been a huge part of what's been going on here, and will continue to go on like that. And we certainly, when you judge the last draft, in the sense of Noah going, we're one of 2 schools in the last 2 years that have had 3 lottery picks, ourselves in Kansas. And I'm not sure that you would look at our school and say when those guys, when they all came in, that they were no-brainer lottery picks. I'd certainly, Cody and Noah projected that way, but nobody was projecting Victor that way. And that's why the most important, he's actually back here right now this week and started working out with us again yesterday, because there's a young man that knows no matter what he just did in Orlando in the Summer League, no matter what he did in the season, it is not close to what he is capable of. And that's what you want. And that's anytime someone like Victor is around that you can point to, all right, there's a standard that he's raising himself to that has nothing to do with where he's at right now. You can't have a better learning environment for your players than to see that and to see how hard he goes through things and spends that kind of time. So those kind of things are important. And that's what we want from everybody right now. Going back to the spring, the season obviously didn't end the way we wanted, and it was clear in the sense of turnovers. It was clear in the sense of lack of maturity. We had 2 games, we were 2-5 in games that came down to 1 possession inside of the league. You can go back to the UConn game. There were 2 chances inside the last 5-6 seconds to get that game. They win a national championship. And then you look even deeper at some of the things. Our defense was better. I mean, we led the league in 3-point defense. So many things were good. But there were too many times we had empty possessions. Too many times the turnovers didn't give us a chance to be a really good shooting team. Michigan averaged 7 made threes a game. We averaged 5. If we get 2 more threes a game, we have 6 more wins. I mean, think about that. All of a sudden now you're not talking about you're talking about a seed. And we win a couple of those games that we're 2-5 in. All right, it's another story. And there's a lot of woulda, coulda, shoulda. That's not what it's about. The point is everything matters. And you try for every possession to matter in a game. You've got to get them to understand that every workout, every part of that workout, every part of the weightlifting, every part of the conditioning, everything matters. And it's the best way to build a true maturity and a true collective toughness in your team. And that's what we're building towards. And we had a great spring, as I've said to others before. We got better. The guys that were here, we got a lot better. The guys that have come in have added right to that. We've only had 1 practice for Montreal, but we've had our ability to do our work. We don't miss those. As coaches, as a family, we took our first vacation last week over the 4th of July weekend, right? The first time we've been on one in a year. And I don't know how guys in this day and age can get away, and have summer homes and not be with their team. I mean, the most important thing you got going is your team. But they needed a little break too, and my family did, and we picked right back up and we jumped right back on it. And where we're at individually, I'll start age-wise. Yogi's getting a lot better. He's getting a lot stronger. He's benching 245 right now, which is phenomenal. He's always been a strong young man, but nobody really lifts in high school like they do in college, and that wasn't a big part of his day. I mean, he is a force in that weight room right now, and he's not only a force with what he's doing and the way that he's lifting, but with the way that he's talking and leading. And what I really like about him and I'm going to put him in front of you here pretty soon so you get a chance to see that he's starting to grasp what he's capable of. And I don't think he's even grasped what he's capable of on the court yet. And I know he's shown flashes of it. And I had a gentleman in this league tell me that his team, they had polled their team on some different questions about the season. And he said, when they came down to the hardest matchup in the league to a man, everybody said the hardest matchup for them to deal with was with Yogi. I haven't even told him that yet. You know, we want people across the country saying that when they run into him. And he's working towards that. The keys right now that he become as great of a lead guard in the sense of do multiple things but make others better constantly. Offensively for himself, the vision's getting better.